Imagine this. You've packed your bags, booked your flights, and are excited about your next adventure. But when you arrive at your destination, you're not just met with unfamiliar surroundings, you're met with an unwelcoming attitude. Unfortunately, for many UK citizens in 2025, this could be a reality. In today's video, we're revealing the 10 countries where UK citizens are not welcome in 2025. Whether it's due to political tensions, travel restrictions, or significant cultural differences, these destinations have become unwelcoming zones for Brits. Some of the countries on this list might surprise you, and some of them were once popular holiday spots. Be sure to stay until the end, because the number one country on this list will shock you. Number 1, North Korea. We kick off the list with a country that probably won't surprise many. North Korea. Known as one of the most secretive and isolated nations on the planet, North Korea isn't exactly a tourist hotspot, and that goes double for UK citizens. For years, relations between the UK and North Korea have been strained, which means getting into the country is incredibly difficult, if not impossible. Only a select few tightly controlled tours are offered to foreigners, but for most UK citizens, visiting North Korea in 2025 is not worth the risks. Given the volatile nature of the regime, coupled with intense surveillance and an unpredictable political landscape, this is a destination most Brits will avoid. Even for the most daring travelers, North Korea remains a perilous and heavily restricted destination. Number 2, Iran. Iran, with its rich cultural history and beautiful landscapes, might seem like an attractive destination. However, due to strained relations between the UK and Iran, it has become a risky place for British travelers. Over the years, diplomatic tensions between the two countries have intensified. Iran has been known to detain foreign nationals, particularly those from Western countries, which makes travel for UK citizens increasingly dangerous. British travelers often face intense scrutiny upon arrival, and with the possibility of being detained or monitored, visiting Iran in 2025 isn't a risk many UK citizens are willing to take. Political disagreements and sanctions have created a hostile environment, making it clear that Iran is not an advisable destination for Brits. Number 3, Russia. Once a popular tourist destination, particularly for those eager to explore its historic cities like Moscow and St. Petersburg, Russia has become a no-go zone for many UK citizens. The political fallout from ongoing tensions between Russia and the West, particularly with the UK, has made travel here increasingly difficult. Visa restrictions are much stricter than they were in the past, and the growing surveillance of foreigners, especially those from Western nations, has made Russia a less appealing destination for British travelers. In addition to strained diplomatic relations, UK citizens face potential hostility from locals, particularly as relations between the two countries continue to deteriorate. For Brits in 2025, visiting Russia has become more of a challenge than an adventure. Number 4, Venezuela. Venezuela, once renowned for its breathtaking natural beauty, has sadly become a danger zone for travelers in recent years. The country's economic crisis, political instability, and high crime rates have made it a very risky destination for UK citizens. Foreigners, particularly Westerners, are often viewed as easy targets by criminals, which can turn what should be a tropical vacation into a nightmare. UK citizens are strongly advised to avoid all travel to Venezuela in 2025. The potential for kidnapping, robbery, or other criminal activity is extremely high. With political unrest still ongoing and the government unable to maintain basic safety for tourists, it's best to steer clear of Venezuela for the foreseeable future. Number 5, Afghanistan. After decades of conflict, Afghanistan remains one of the most dangerous countries on Earth, particularly for British nationals. The UK's involvement in military operations in Afghanistan has left a lasting impact, and the country is far from welcoming to British citizens. Political instability and the ongoing presence of extremist groups have only heightened the risks. For UK travellers, Afghanistan in 2025 is not just a bad idea, it's an extremely hazardous one. The security situation is volatile, and travellers are at risk of violence, kidnapping, or worse. Even for humanitarian or business purposes, visiting Afghanistan should be avoided at all costs. Number 6. Belarus. Belarus has become increasingly hostile toward Western travellers, particularly UK citizens, following controversial elections and political disputes. The UK's stance against the Belarusian regime has further strained relations, and British nationals often find themselves viewed with suspicion. Visiting Belarus in 2025 poses serious risks as political tensions remain high. UK citizens travelling to the country may face limited consular support, meaning that if something goes wrong, there's little the UK government can do to help. With political protests still ongoing and government crackdowns frequent, it's clear that Belarus is not a safe destination for Brits. Number 7. Syria. Years of civil war have left Syria devastated, and unfortunately, it remains a conflict zone in 2025. Ongoing violence, political instability, and hostility toward Westerners make Syria one of the most dangerous places for UK citizens to visit. Even if you could manage to enter the country, the risks far outweigh any potential benefits. For British travellers, Syria is virtually off-limits in 2025. The country's infrastructure is in ruins, and ongoing fighting continues to plague the region. While Syria's rich cultural history is undeniable. Number 8. Libya. Libya, a country with a long and rich history, has seen better days. Political instability, conflict, and the breakdown of law and order have made Libya an incredibly dangerous place for travelers. While it once attracted tourists with its beautiful landscapes and archaeological sites, those days are long gone. For UK citizens, Libya in 2025 is a destination to avoid. The country's government cannot provide adequate protection for foreigners, and the risk of violence is high. What could have been an adventurous exploration of ancient history has now become a dangerous gamble for British travellers. Number 10. China. And finally, at the top of the list is a country that might surprise you, China. Once a thriving destination for British tourists and business people, relations between the UK and China have rapidly deteriorated. Ongoing political disputes, allegations of espionage, and diplomatic tensions have transformed China from a must-visit destination to a no-go zone for UK citizens. In 2025, China has become an increasingly difficult country for Brits to navigate. Heightened surveillance, strict travel regulations, and the growing sense of mistrust between the two nations make China an unwelcoming place for UK citizens. What was once a land of incredible sights and business opportunities has unfortunately turned into a place where many Brits feel unwelcome. There you have it. 10 countries where UK citizens are not welcome in 2025 there. Whether it's due to political strife, travel restrictions, or cultural differences, these destinations pose real challenges for British travellers. As always, before booking your next trip, it's important to do your research. Choose destinations where you'll feel safe, welcome, and ready to explore. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future travel tips, news, or updates. Let us know in the comments which country surprised you the most, or if you have any travel experiences you'd like to share. Thanks for watching, and safe travels.